I thank the distinguished representative of Cuba. I now give the floor to the distinguished representative of Armenia.
Mr. President, thank you for the opportunity to reflect on the occasion of the 60th anniversary of the International Convention on the Elimination of All Forms of Racial Discrimination. Over the past 6 decades, this landmark convention has served as a cornerstone in global fight against discrimination, setting legal and moral standards for the protection of human dignity, equality, and fundamental freedoms. Domestically, Armenia continues to implement and develop national strategies and action plans aimed at addressing discrimination, hate speech, and intolerance. The National Strategy for the Protection of Human Rights prioritizes equality, the prohibition of discrimination, and strengthening of legal frameworks to safeguard vulnerable groups. Armenia is steadfast in its commitment to upholding these principles. Our efforts are guided by the belief that a society built on equality and non-discrimination is essential for sustainable peace and democracy, even in the face of the unprecedented rise of challenges that have been testing the resilience of our society and institutions. The ethnic cleansing of more than 115,000 Armenians from Nagorno-Karabakh in 2023 have demonstrated the utter disregard towards international humanitarian and human rights law, including the provisions of the Convention on Elimination of Racial Discrimination. The violation of provisions of CERD have been further intensified by systematic online and offline hate campaigns aimed at dehumanizing ethnic Armenians. Beyond rhetoric, this has translated into real-world persecution, including the ill treatment, unlawful detention, and sham trials of Armenian prisoners of war and other detainees in Azerbaijan, where fabricated charges serve as tools of intimidation and collective punishment. Mr. President, Armenia remains committed to combating all forms of discrimination and xenophobia, including those that manifest through digital platforms and state-sponsored rhetoric. Armenia has consistently demonstrated its commitment to strengthening the international human rights framework by ratifying key treaties and adopting progressive legal reforms. Despite the significant progress made, we recognize that the fight against racial discrimination is an ongoing process. We are committed to enhancing cooperation to promote intercultural dialogue and regional stability, particularly in the face of rising xenophobia and intolerance. As we mark the 60th anniversary of CERD, Armenia stands in solidarity with the international community in reaffirming our collective responsibility to combat discrimination and build societies rooted in equality, justice, and respect for human dignity. I thank you.